Katie Price, the artist formerly known as Jordan, is never out of the headlines. Back in the day, the woman who pretty much single-handedly invented the idea of being famous for being famous adorned the front cover of Lads mags, and her questionable plastic surgery journey and romantic highs and lows have been selling papers for 2 decades. The human manifestation of an end-of-pier saucy postcard, this surgically enhanced star, who was once reportedly worth £60 million, has fallen on hard times and this weekend is on the front pages for all the wrong reasons. The press report that Katie Price has been priced out of her own home with an eviction notice served on her so-called Mucky Mansion estate. A star of that scale, of that fame, potentially homeless. Many will read the story with amusement, as it is human nature to enjoy watching someone tumble from their pedestal. But as someone that actually knows Katie Price pretty well, I find the story tragic. Katie and I, we used to present a show together at the music station Foo Bar, and I found her to be a warm, entertaining and hilarious co-host. An astute media manipulator, she used to drop wild and highly personal bits of information about her private life on the show, knowing that avaricious scribblers in Fleet Street would have these revelations published in seconds. When I was working with her, she lived for the headlines and understood that fame itself was her business model. But this news of her eviction from her own home and her ongoing catastrophic finances is sad because it affects not only her, but her family, namely her 5 children, including her son Harvey, who she has nurtured through physical and mental disability. He's a great kid who has done well despite being blind and autistic. From where I was standing all those years ago, Katie Price struck me as a devoted mother. I have no reason to think that that has changed. Ultimately, I see Katie Price as the victim of an all-consuming media machine which chews up its stars and then spits them out in a manner not dissimilar to Marilyn Monroe. And as with Marilyn, the men in Katie's life haven't helped. It strikes me that many of her exes have taken more than they gave. It's my view that she was used for sex, used for money, and used for fame. Now she has been foolish, reckless, and at times her behaviour has been deeply wrong. The tax bills that haven't been paid, driving a car when she shouldn't, the drugs, the alcohol, the expensive holidays that she patently can't afford. This charismatic, cheeky, funny but flawed individual is her own worst enemy. But Katie Price is not a bad person. She, in fact, is a great British character, and I hope that she can dig herself out of this current hole. If she gets clean and finds a decent bloke, happiness is possible, and even a future career, because she is highly entertaining. Here she is, appearing on this very show last year and making headlines as usual. This comes first, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, like tonight, literally, if you saw what I've got on underneath, in fact, I haven't got anything on because I've just sorted Harvey out. The kids are out there and I'm like, kids, you've got to be quiet while I'm on.
Brilliant stuff. Katie Price is nothing if not a survivor, so underestimate her at your peril. But it could go one of 2 ways. She may bounce back, but she may not, which worries me. Ultimately, she needs to change and change fast and escape the doom loop of bad life decisions. If she doesn't, Katie will pay the ultimate price.